There are right now rumors going on that Saylor will be buying $2 billion worth of Bitcoin today, and on today's update video, I'm exactly going to be talking about the most important charts, the most important liquidity zones, the most important consolidation phases, and what kind of effect this $2 billion buy will have on the Bitcoin price action. So, without any further ado, outside of that, I will be discussing the most important charts and patterns, the most important fractals, which we really need to know about right now in today's update video. So don't forget to once again snap on that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. To start off the video, I straight away want to be going in towards the CME gap. This weekend, once again, we had actually quite a very normal weekend in terms of CME futures price action. We straight away closed it up on the beginning of the Monday. And yeah, straight away after, Bitcoin dumped ever so slightly. Nothing all too bad, to be very honest, but Bitcoin came down ever so slightly after that here. So now we just have to see what is the next move on Bitcoin. And of course, for the next move, I'm straight away going to be looking at where the liquidity is currently laying in the market. And if I'm looking at the bigger perspective, I can straight away start to see that the majority of the liquidity is right now being built up around that $100,000 level. I mean, clearly on the lower side, there's not a lot of liquidity being built up here, but on the top side, there is clearly a lot of liquidity, and that is laying around $100,000. So that is, of course, quite interesting to be seeing. Then, of course, still we are in the midst of this consolidation phase, especially in this region right here. We've already been trading in for 21 days, and I know for everyone who's watching, this is indeed incredibly boring, and I find it also incredibly boring, but you have to understand, the longer we're going to be compressing in certain areas, the bigger, the explosiver the breakout is actually going to be on Bitcoin. And yeah, right now still, we're looking at this major consolidation phase where Bitcoin indeed is, of course, creating lower highs, higher lows, and basically is squeezing up the momentum on this chart here. And whenever the breakout is going to occur, so whenever we see a breakup of the previous high or the previous low in the market, and of course, whenever we do confirm the trend break of the downward sloping highs or the upward sloping support line, of course, we're going to be seeing that next major direction. And of course, then we could start to see, okay, maybe we're breaking towards this direction, or maybe we're going to be breaking towards that direction. But just like I stated in many videos before, it doesn't really matter that we break above the green lines here. I think it's more important that we break above either the red support line, and you can maybe even approach it like this here, because previously around we also found support on this red level right here. But I just prefer to also look at the level like this, because here you can see also many touch points. So we'll basically approach it like this. If we also break below the dotted line here, then we're really going to be looking for a bigger continuation lower. But if we break above the top side, then we're going to be looking for a bigger continuation higher. But there is some very big news here, what no one really seems to care all too much about here, because there was first of all rumor going on that Saylor was tweeting about that he's going to be raising $2 billion, and he's right now tweeted yesterday, I don't think this reflects what I've got done last week here. So apparently, maybe he has actually managed to get to $2 billion and he's going to be buying again $2 billion worth of Bitcoin, and this is of course likely what is going to be happening again. And then in another tweet, he basically hinted that the big news is going to get dropped today here. So maybe today we're going to see the $2 billion Bitcoin buy from Saylor come in here. And honestly, that ultimately will be pushing the Bitcoin price even higher, because $2 billion is a lot of buy pressure. So very excited for that. And in the meantime, guys, well, indeed, nothing is happening. We're seeing state after state in the United States filing for more strategic Bitcoin reserves. And right now, Georgia also has proposed a new bill for an established strategic Bitcoin reserve. So honestly, more and more states in the United States of America wanted to get that strategic Bitcoin reserve. And honestly, worldwide FOMO is really starting right now. And ultimately, this is going to be the catalyst which is going to be pushing us much higher further on. And honestly, I'm still waiting for the major announcement from the United States of America that they're going to be buying Bitcoin. And honestly, I do think it's going to be coming eventually. But we're just right now in this major consolidation phase here. And whenever the next major catalyst is going to come, we're just going to see another big breakout on the Bitcoin chart here. I mean, it's very stable. It's consolidating for a very long time here, but just look at this consolidation phase. It's a beautiful one. And really, the direction where we're going to be breaking towards is just going to be that next major move for Bitcoin. So super excited for that here. Also, if you're looking at the bigger perspective, we see that Bitcoin is not overbought right now here. We can see that in terms of timing, we do have a lot of momentum to go here in this cycle where we're currently sitting on. If you just compare towards the previous cycles, it does make a lot of sense that we're still going to be seeing some extraordinary gains. If you look at any other charts, you can just see the same here. And yeah, starting today, we're once again going to see some inflows on the spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF again here. Yesterday, last week, we had quite an exciting week here. Not all too much flows coming in here, but yeah, quite an exciting week. But honestly, I am looking forward towards what Ethereum is especially going to be doing here, since yeah, there's been a lot of hype around Ethereum, and maybe this weekend, or this week, sorry, we're going to see a lot of accumulation happening on Ethereum. So guys, if you actually right now want to be starting to get trading, guys, the best way to do so is definitely to sign up an account to Blofin, because Blofin is an exchange where you can currently claim an insane $100,000 deposit bonus if you right now sign up an account using the highest link description of today's video. So if you're interested in trading Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies with leverage, and of course Blofin is the fastest listing exchange out there, so you will be front running most of the other exchanges. It is definitely the best place to be trading, and honestly, I've been using it over 9 months right now here, and I really love the platform. So yeah, if you want to be claiming that insane deposit bonus, check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I want to be discussing Ethereum, and Ethereum is still in this very important consolidation phase, like I discussed many times before here. Honestly, we are creating a major upward sloping support line on the lower time frames, like you can see over here, but also of course on the bigger time frames, like you can see here on the weekly time frame. And really what we're looking at for Ethereum is probably a big compression here. I mean, we're probably going to be seeing a major breakout happening any moment soon here. We're creating an upward sloping support line, bouncing from off this exact level every single time here, and probably at a certain point here, whenever we're going to be hitting the apex, we're probably going to be seeing a major breakout, and it's not going to be taking that much longer anymore from off this point. On the 2-month time frame, we can also see a major compression is happening, and basically we're right now exactly in that period where no one really is bullish on Ethereum, and that is usually the point where you want to be actually accumulating it. Bitcoin dominance has been dropping ever so slightly, and you can see on the USDT dominance chart that we're probably going to be in for a major correction, and that would ultimately be extremely bullish for altcoins. And yeah, you can just see on this chart right here, we're in a major consolidation phase, just like we were in 2021. And really in these periods where you can fade the market is of course where most amount of gains are usually realized. So I'm super excited for that, but ultimately we just need to see Bitcoin have that major breakout where we've been waiting for a very long time. Remember, this is the daily time frame, guys. Represents 1 day here. I mean, we've been consolidating for a very long time here. To be exact, we are in this consolidation phase for over 100 days right now here. And there's not a lot of interesting things happening, but that is usually where a lot of people, of course, mistake the market to be over. But this is usually the periods where the market still goes higher, because the top of the hype isn't there yet here, and that is what makes myself so excited. So this is it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to slap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.